It's Week 13 of the NFL. And coming up next is the Commanders' creative quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Hawks next on Madden NFL 24.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. Now, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondary...
On first down, Franklin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf.
And now it's second down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Oh, man.
On second down, they'll run it here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no.
Come on. Check. Reload. Smash.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, that was big right there because...
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Throwing on first down. Franklin. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal. Here's a give up the middle. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's third and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Franklin. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here is Washington now backed up a bit to start their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just...
Here's Johnson to throw on second down. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. A couple of first downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 19 carries, 115 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Johnson, wide open receiver, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Off play action. Johnson on the move to his left.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one, because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 3rd down, Franklin.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Johnson looking to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Johnson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
That's taken on the 25. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Franklin. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Back to throw. Franklin. Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Washington on 3rd down.
Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Franklin. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And the Washington offense going back to work. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
Able to push his way through. Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after.
Now 2nd and 5. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Johnson. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Johnson.
That's caught. Puka Nacua.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Now Johnson throwing on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
Touchdown!
Jahan Dotson
Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Johnson.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Hey, check that. Check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And some room to roam now.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Washington.
Brian Robinson Jr., his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Franklin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Franklin. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
You look at the numbers on the year, up over 1,100 yards now, and the last drive had a touchdown as well. Everybody offensively just seems to be in cohesion, don't they?
They do, and when you look at this rushing total, and you know at the end of the year, that means gifts for the big guys up front. Offensive line, tight ends, they're going to get a nice little bonus from their big-time runner.
When did that become a
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Johnson now on 1st and 10.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Throwing again. Franklin. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Franklin. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Off the play fake. Franklin looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force him into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Jackson Smith-Njigba.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Raiders trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. It was a solid first half of football for the Alabama man, Brian Robinson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 9. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Johnson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Johnson on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hookup there.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Johnson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Complete, it's Dodson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Back to throw. Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line.
Off-play action. Franklin. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders offense.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Now Johnson from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Franklin. This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Washington offense heading out. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Johnson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
109 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. Johnson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Throwing to start the drive. Franklin, little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Franklin. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Franklin. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to throw. Johnson. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Johnson finds Gibbs on a check down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up fourth.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again, Franklin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Robinson up the middle.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Robinson with another carry.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Johnson now to throw on 3rd down.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Here's Johnson on 1st down.
That one complete out to Dotson.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle taken in, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A great effort there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit?
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do